Hello, everyone. Here's a quick look at the top trending international news stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. According to the United Nations, right now, a human trafficking crisis is unfolding in Ukraine. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations is now asking for help in fighting brutality, alleged accounts of atrocities, of rape and sexual violence reportedly being committed by Russian soldiers in Ukraine. The United Nations has received at least 124 reports of alleged sexual violence against people in Ukraine. More and more allegations show Russia's soldiers sexually assaulting women and girls as well as men and boys. The United Nations says many of the attacks were filmed by Russian soldiers while children were watching. The ambassador says the United Nations can no longer stay silent. They must seek justice for the victims and do everything they can to prevent further violence. Many of the biggest political leaders in the Western world were in Los Angeles this week for the Summit of Americas. But the U.S. is being criticized for its decision not to invite leaders from Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua. The Mexican president boycotted the event in protest. The Biden administration says it did not want authoritarian leaders at the event. Keeping out autocratic leaders does highlight a major goal of the summit, which is to encourage democracy. Dozens of people protested in downtown Los Angeles, angry that those countries were not invited. They waved the flags of Nicaragua, Cuba, and Venezuela, chanting slogans such as "Cuba, yes," "Blockade, no." The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports the global monkeypox outbreak has surpassed 1,000 cases. The outbreak is in countries where the virus is not typically seen. The CDC has also issued a higher level advisory alerting travelers to take greater precautions. They include avoiding close contact with sick people and dead or live animals, and avoiding eating or preparing meat from wild game. The CDC says while the risk to the general public is low, people should seek medical care immediately if they develop any new unexplained skin lesions. Thailand is now the first Asian country to decriminalize cannabis. However, that does not mean you can light up in public. Residents can grow and trade hemp products and use it for medical purposes. And restaurants can serve cannabis-infused products if the THC levels fall below the official threshold. But recreational use is still illegal, and there are tough penalties for smoking marijuana in public, including up to 3 months in jail and an $800 fine. Thailand's health minister says he expects legal cannabis to give the Thai economy a boost. In Italy, the price of pasta has gone up tremendously over the last year. Pasta suppliers say the price of some of the raw materials to make pasta have jumped by 100%. So pasta companies are being forced to pass the extra costs down to consumers. The rising costs range from packaging to electricity to fuel to transportation. In Australia, a shortage of lettuce is forcing KFC restaurants to add cabbage to some products. Lettuce crops around the country have been destroyed by floods. The lettuce cabbage blend will be used in all products containing lettuce until further notice. "83-year-old Japanese ocean adventurer Kenichi Kori just set a record. He is now the oldest person to sail non-stop across the Pacific Ocean. He sailed from San Francisco to Japan. It took him 69 days to complete the journey. And he says he's not done yet. He says he wants to keep sailing until he's 100 years old. His advice to everyone: don't let your dreams just stay as dreams. Have a goal and work towards achieving it, and a beautiful life awaits you." Congratulations to Sign1News anchor Gatri Prasad. She musically signed ISL on the main stage along with performer Isque during the Luminato 2022 opening festival in downtown Toronto. Gatri's amazing performance was displayed on a huge billboard for everyone to see. If you're in Canada and you missed her this time, don't worry. She'll be performing again for the Luminato Festival next weekend, June 18th, at Woodbine Beach. Awesome job, Gatri. Sign1News will be broadcasting international news updates every Sunday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Amazon, Apple TV, and Roku.